Hello! Today's video is all about cloth sanitary towels. Now, I know these are not for everybody, but if you're thinking about starting using them or have just started using them and want to know a little bit more about mine, what's in them, this will be the video for you. Okay, so I started using them sometime around about June 2018. I really wish I jumped on the bandwagon a lot sooner. I have been thinking about it for 2 or 3 years, but never quite made the leap. I will confess that I kind of was a bit scared of them too, but since making them myself, understanding more about them, I'm really glad that I finally jumped on the bandwagon with them. So, I'll show you the ones that I make. This is some of my shark fabric. This is a panty liner. So I make 4 sizes, so you'll see the difference. But they look very much like ordinary disposable sanitary towels. There's a medium, a regular, sorry, that's what's called regular. And there's my heavy pad, which is slightly thicker. But actually, when you have it on, you really wouldn't know the difference. You really don't really notice. And I have worn them to fitness camps and gyms, and nobody really can tell that you're wearing one. So they look very much like disposables because they've got these wings on the side, because you need these wings obviously to attach them to the underside of your underwear. So what you have, I'll just explain what's in them. So what you have on the top is you have some cotton. I like to use cotton. Some other people use micro fleece. I don't really like that. It's not a natural product. It does wick fabric. It does wick wetness away quite well, but I really like just having some thick cotton. So this is quite nice thick cotton. And then on the back I've got some more cotton. Now on the inside, this one being just a panty liner, is 1 layer of bamboo, organic bamboo. Okay, and that's this stuff. So there's a little thin thing. Now I make my wipes out of those, so if you've got any of my reusable wipes, and you'll know what that feels like. It's really silky, and this is very absorbent. So that's what goes inside my panty liner and my light one. Okay, in addition to some bamboo, because I like to use fairly natural fabrics, and I know that bamboo is obviously made of bamboo, but as well as that, there's a product called Zorb. So in my heavier pad, so my medium pad and my heavy pad, which I tend to use overnight for those, is something called Zorb. So this is a highly absorbent fabric, and it will absorb 10 times quicker than a natural fabric. So a natural fabric like cotton or bamboo. And it just adds, because it's thin, because it's so thin, if you use one of a thin layer of this, it'll absorb, I think it's something like 2 to 3 times more than one of bamboo. So that's why, in addition to the bamboo, I also put a layer of Zorb in, because it soaks up really, really quickly as well. So it's really good if you're having a very heavy day. Now, the other thing I put into mine, and this isn't always necessary, I put into mine some PUL. So that stands for polyurethane laminate. So it is a form of plastic. I am not anti-plastic. I'm very much pro reusable plastics. So this stuff is very, very thin laminated plastic. They onto fabric, and they do it in some kind of, well, I think it's in USA or Canada that they make it, and it's in a very controlled environment, so that it doesn't let off very harmful chemicals and terrible smells. It's very well contained how they produce it. So it's quite production wise, it's quite environmentally friendly, even if it is plastic. And that just gives you a waterproof layer underneath the bamboo and in before the backing layer. Okay, and I like that. It's not strictly necessary, but I like it because one day, instead of wearing a heavy pad, I wore a medium. It was soaked. I suddenly had a very, very heavy flow and it was soaked. And I was very, very grateful to have the PUL layer on the back to help soak it up because nothing got through to the back. So where was I? Right, okay, so that's what's in them. So you have one of, they're different, so it's much like what you buy with disposables, different weights, different absorbencies. And I sell 4, and you can tell the different absorbencies not only by the size and the thickness, but I also put these snaps on because that's what attaches itself to your pants. Snaps like that, folds over your pants, off you go. Okay, so there's different colours for different absorbencies. So the light green is for a panty liner, yellow is for light, orange is for regular, and red is for heavy. So you'll always know what you're wearing. And I guess the one thing that a lot of people ask me is, how do you wash them? So when I'm finished with it, I fold it up. This is how you fold it up. The top bit, the bottom bit, in on itself, obviously, over the blood. And then you simply snap the popper on top and you've got a little packet. Now, if you're out and about, I sell these. Currently with the, you'll get one free with the, if you buy a starter pack. So buy a pack of 4, and it's just a little pouch to put a spare sanitary towel in, and that just pops in there, velcro down the top, and it's happy in there until you get home. Okay, and then I just leave them parcelled up until I come to wash them. So I tend to wash them every 2 days at least. And then what I will do is I'll open them up. Okay, if it's a panty liner and you've just been wearing it for daily use, I tend not to soak it, but if you've had a very heavy day and you're in the midst of very heavy period and heavy flow, I soak them for a little bit in a tub of cold water and rinse as much as I can out, and you'll see just how much comes out of them. Actually, it's quite interesting. So if that makes you squeamish, honestly, it's not that bad. It isn't that bad. It is yours after all. And that just kind of gets a little bit of the staining off the top. And then I make sure they're still opened up, and I put them into a laundry bag. This is my ancient laundry bag. And I'm hoping to get some of these in the shop sometime soon. I put them in the laundry bag, I stick them in the washing machine on a 60-degree cycle. I like 60 degrees, it just gets that the heat, a good hot wash, and that generally is what I do. If they're not terribly badly stained, if it's just panty liners for daily wear, I tend to stick them in at 40. And then I'll leave them to dry, either on the line, outside, I think that's the best. Sun bleaching, that's a great thing. Or if it's in the middle of winter and I really am running out, and you know, I've gone through quite a lot, because the Zorb, it sometimes does take a little bit longer to dry. That's why you need to have a good few. So I'd say a 12 is a good number to have of varying different thicknesses and absorbencies. And I stick them in the tumble dryer on a medium heat, and Bob is your uncle, and you are good to go. So I hope you found that useful. Details of where you can buy them from my shop are down below in the information bit, in the description. And if you have any questions at all, please do not hesitate to contact me. Either leave me a comment or go contact me on my Etsy shop. I can do custom orders. I've done a few custom orders. You can raid my stash to see what other fabrics I have. And yeah, and if you found this video useful, a thumbs up and would be really great, and subscribe, because I will have some more videos coming soon about different reusable products. So thank you so much for joining me today, and have a great day. Thanks. Bye.